Well, hello everybody. Good afternoon. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. Just headed over to a new property. I mentioned, I think in a previous video, that a guy I went to school with, his grandparents on his dad's side, it's their house. His mom actually messaged me on Facebook and asked if I did lawn work and said that they needed their yard cut and kept up with. So I told him I'd take a look at it, and it's not that big of a yard. It's maybe half an acre or so. So I'm going over there to knock that one out, and then once I get done with that, I've got to go back to the neighborhood where I just did the straw and do the straw almost across the street technically from the one that I did the other day, and well, just not much. It's about 8 or 10 bales, not a lot. And then I've got to mow the front of that yard is from the back of the house out to the road. The backyard's fenced in. The customer takes care of that at his leisure, so got that one to do. And then I made, if I got enough time after doing that and finishing the trimming on the one from the straw from the last video, I'm going to maybe do the one next door to the one I'm strawing today, if all that makes sense. Can you follow? So, and then the one I went to yesterday to do the irrigation quote, or look at doing the irrigation quote, and they kind of gave me an idea. Did some digging and trying to kind of analyze where that system was, and basically they're just gonna, with everything that's going on in the yard, they're gonna they're just gonna scrap it and go with a new system. Nothing's really working. The house is 30 or so years old, 30 or 35 years old, I'd say. So just gonna put a new system in. They're gonna put a pool in the back, but they want to do the front part of the yard. They're gonna put the pool in and then come back and do the backyard later. They're not as concerned about the back. So and then today, his brother, who I graduated high school with, actually messaged me and wants me to look at something in his yard. So feel like the popular kid in school again. Although I never was. Like I'm voting for homecoming king or something. Everybody's calling me wanting something. So I told him I would try to come at least take a look at it. I may or may not end up doing it, seeing things work. And I've got a couple of customers since the last video that have called about straw, which I think I mentioned last time, and then 2 about mowing. So I'm probably going to take care of those this weekend. Probably should have made that, but that's okay. Yeah, so it'll be a big weekend of mowing. That's kind of what I got going on, a whole lot of stuff. And I'm going to get out here and take a look at this one. I may try to get maybe just some before and after footage and then see how it goes. So, y'all stay tuned. All right, y'all, real quick, just going to do a little before and after. Here's the front. Kind of goes right around the corner right there to the fence. About over to the tree to trim out this ditch. And then this area, and the backyard is a little bit smaller than this area, so it just goes around the end. So show you when I'm done. Well, y'all, I forgot to get the after footage or picture. I will say the customer was very pleased with it, and they actually gave me $10 extra this time for the cut. So I guess that means they really liked it. So that went well. Property, it looked good. Still got some other work to be done with some growth in the beds and certain things like that. Today was primarily about the lawn. But there'll be some more work come out of that yard, I think, moving forward. Some of it may just be at the end of the season, but we'll see how all that goes. So I'm going over here to try to knock out another quick straw job and hopefully cut the yard, at least his yard, and trim out the one that I did the straw in, as I mentioned earlier the other day. So yeah, and it is 5:55. So Mr. Gerald, I'm gonna beat your time again, I think, because it's almost 6, and I think by the time I put this straw out and try to mow this yard stuff, it's gonna take at least an hour. I'm gonna try to put the straw out first, so it'd be easier to tuck it with some daylight rather than a flashlight. And then if I'm working, I can do the mowing and stuff as it gets a little bit darker, I think. So hopefully it'll work out. And yeah, so I'll try to get the straw out, and when I get there, I'll probably just do a quick, this is where the straw's going. It's not a whole lot. Like I said, it's about 8 or 10 bales. Get that knocked out real quick, and then try to get a quick shot of it being finished. So get back with you real quick. This is some straw here. This is the yard I had to mow. See, it's a little weedy, and then straw right along the front here and in this bed. So not much. There's my rolls. Gonna get to it. All right, got it tucked and rolled. I got a little bit to clean up there and kind of disperse, but it tucked around the front, along this edge here. This is real hard to tuck because there's a little plastic edging just right here by the sidewalk, but I'm gonna try to run over all this with the mower. Be back. Woo! All right, y'all. Well, real quick, as you can see, it's dark again, my usual. Shout out to Randall over at Elite Landscape Life Stories and Mr. Gerald Greenlee over at Clean and Green. Sorry. We're seeing, I guess, how long we can work after dark. It's about 7:15, so not by much, but hey, I did beat you, Mr. Gerald. A little bit longer. Well, I probably wouldn't have been quite this late, but I had to get the straw up out of that yard, some of the remnants and stuff. I didn't want to leave it laying around, so I went on ahead and mowed it. I'm going to have to come back and trim it, but pretty good day. Hopefully you enjoyed the conversation and the finished footage of the straw. I've got to head back to the house. I've got, I did remember before the alarm went off, Mr. Gerald. Plus, I'm in a neighborhood. I'll probably end up coming back over here tomorrow. I was hoping I wouldn't have to, but I need to trim out the one I just put the straw down on, and I've got to speak with the gentleman next door. Well, actually, on both sides of them. Last one, and just finish everything up, and then I'll probably cut the one on the opposite side, and then I've got to talk to the gentleman directly across from the first one I put the straw in, and get squared away with him about doing his straw. So it looks like I'll be back over in this area again tomorrow for a 4th day. So I'm gonna run every bit of gas out of this truck again. I just put $92 worth in it today, so got to make some money somewhere to put gas in this thing. But it was a good day. Like I say, it's just busy getting everything, trying to get a set schedule. And I want to give a shout out to Jeff over at Jeff's Lawn and Landscaping. He was talking today about trying not to worry all the time about the negative, about stuff that can go wrong. So It's tough to do sometimes, but you get there. Just remember, you get there. So hopefully, I'm gonna get a ticket for riding with my light on, but it's a good thing that I was turning there, buddy, because you just come right on out into that roundabout. People can't drive, man. Oh, I don't think I mentioned, I got my body armor, so I'm heading home. My wife made some homemade ravioli and with cheese, so some garlic bread, so that ought to be good stuff. But again, shout out to Jeff's Lawn and Landscape. Y'all check him out. I'll tag him in the video. And I said Randall and Mr. Gerald and Wild Bill over at Wild Bill's Lawn Care. David over at Hazardra Outdoors is the channel name. I think he's changed his name to David's Lawn Maintenance. I think that's correct. But shout out to David. I'll tag his channel in the video as well. And it's that time of year, y'all. We're rocking and rolling. Season's going. Thank y'all for all the support. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this film, which is more commentary than anything. But again, appreciate all the support. Thank y'all. As always, y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.